Hello, welcome to 4-8, adding and subtracting fractions with, is what that should say right there, with, sorry that's a W, with like denominators. Today our goals are that you will be able to add and subtract fractions with like denominators, and I will evaluate expressions with fractions. So again, we're getting back to that expression or a number sentence without no equal sign. Right, so first let's start with a problem here. So our directions say subtract, write each answer in simplest form. Now this should be a given, this whole write each answer in the simplest form. That's what we're going to do every time. So if I have 1 minus 2/3, what I want to do is I want to make common denominators. So I could view 1, and I know a lot of us got to this question, some of us did not, but 1 whole is the same as 3 out of 3. So now if I'm going to take 3/3 minus 2/3, they have like denominators, so I can know that I'm just going to do 3 minus 2, and I would get 1/3. Now we need to view this as, you can notice our denominator does not change. If I have a bar that I cut into 3 pieces, okay, here's my whole, and if I'm going to take away 2 pieces, take these 2 away, what am I left with? 1 out of 3. So I'm not going to be left with 1 out of 0. I still cut my pizza or my bar into 3 pieces. So 1/3 is my answer. Again, when we are subtracting or adding, our denominators do not change. Let's try another one. Subtract, right answer in simplest form, again is our directions. Now, 3 and 7/12 minus 1 and 1/12. Here's what we are going to do. We're going to set it up like we would normally set it up if we did not have fractions. 7/12 minus 1 and 1/12. Now let's start by subtracting our fractions over here. 7/12 minus 1/12. Well, I would just have, they're already common denominators, so all I would have to do is 7 minus 1, and I'd be left with 6/12. And then if I did 3 minus 1, I'd be left with 2. Now sometimes they're not going to be this working well with us. We're going to have to borrow and that sort of thing. But in this case, we just had to subtract. Or I guess I should say we're going to have to ungroup is the terminology we have to deal with now. So let's look at some more problems where hopefully that will come about. Evaluate each expression for x equals 3/8. Write each answer in the simplest form. So here I have to do 5/8 minus x, or 3/8, because we know x is 3/8. Okay, common denominator, so I just have to do 5 minus 3 equals 2/8. Now that is not in simplest form. I can divide this by 2, divide this one by 2, and I would get 1/4 is my answer. Okay. So let's try another one. X, or 3/8 plus 1 and 1/8. Okay, so if I looked at it like this, 1 and 1/8 plus 3/8, I would add up my fractions first. 1/8 plus 3/8 would give me 4/8. And 1 plus 0 is just 1. Now I could divide this by 4. I'm simplifying here, I'm reducing, and my answer would be 1 and 1/2. There we go. All right, now lastly, we'll fill in our 3/8 for x plus 7/8. Okay, 3/8 plus 7/8, 7, 8, 9, 10 would get me 10/8. Now I could reduce. Divide by 2, divide by 2, and I would get 5/4. Now, if it says write in simplest form, we want to make sure we're not writing an improper fraction. we should change it into a mixed number. Now I could do 5 divided by 4. 4 goes into 5 once. Minus 4, I'd be left with 1. 4 and 1/4. I could do it that way. Or I could just say I know 4 goes into 5 one time and there's 1 left over. But anyway, our answer is 1 and 1/4. Okay, so we did not get to a problem that I was hoping we'd get to. That will be tomorrow that we get to it, tomorrow's video. But anyways, that's all that I have for you today. Thank you for watching. This should be a real short one today. And hopefully we'll be able to get a lot done in math tomorrow. But anyways, we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching.